I want to say this about Prince Harry and what he's doing right now in court, fighting so valiantly to ensure the safety of his wife and children. This man shows day in, day out that he's a good man with a very, very remarkable heart, a good husband. It makes you understand and even see why some Karens have been so jealous that Prince Harry fell in love with a mixed-race black woman, with how he protects his wife and children. You have to admit, this man is a good man. Anyone that is sitting at home right now and looking at what Prince Harry is doing, fighting violently to protect his wife and children, can see and even understand why he's doing it and the type of person that he is. A good man, a good father, a good husband with a good heart. And day in, day out, Prince Harry, by his actions, he clearly shows it. Now, someone called Anna said this: I have no idea if Prince Harry will win or lose this lawsuit. But regardless of the outcome, he can be very proud of having done everything he possibly can to keep his family as safe as possible. Now, members of the squad, that's what someone said this. I say this, that I'm sure that it's not lost on him that his mother not having official security contributed to her death. It is also heartbreaking that his father's own staff might have actively contributed to the decision to unexpectedly remove his security in 2020, when he was most vulnerable, as confirmed by recent jail sentences. The threat level is very high, and he and Meghan are targets not only of white supremacist organizations, but also of threats related to his military service. And I'm sure they also have to be vigilant of the crazes behind dedicated hate accounts. Shame on the royal family and shame on cruel royalists and Cambridge fans who are responding to this lawsuit out of spite, when they very well know Prince Harry is only trying his best to protect his small children, Archie and Lili, and his wife. Members of the squad. Now, Anna continued by saying this: maybe scroll down and ignore it. Be distant for real. Pointed out by a knowledge follower, and I quote, "It is not a lawsuit, it is a challenge to know how the decision was made. The outcome will not be a ruling as to whether the decision was right or wrong. If the judge finds the procedure was properly followed, then that's the end of it. If the judge finds that the incorrect procedure was followed, then all that means is that the body responsible for royal protection will have to consider Harry's request again, following the correct procedure, and they can also still, unfortunately, refuse Harry of his security." Now, someone called Jeremy said this, that through the process, Harry learned even more about his royal family that was hidden from him. I am sure that he will make the right decision in the future. Nothing shall be hidden from the world press. Someone called Jeremy said that. You know, Harry already knew a couple of things, and what he didn't know, based on the court case, is that Edward Young, the Queen's private secretary, was the one, partly responsible for making and influencing the decision of him not receiving security. As a matter of fact, Edward Young also did not communicate to Ravik that Prince Harry intended to fund his own security. He did not communicate that. So clearly, a person who clearly, by Prince Harry's admission in the court case, he had tensions with, clearly had it out for Prince Harry. And I do love what, Anna said, first of all, about Prince Harry. Whether he wins or loses this lawsuit, one thing is for sure. Regardless of the outcome, he can be very proud of having done everything he possibly can to keep his family, his wife, his kids as safe as possible. And the entire world see it. You who are seated at home, you see it with your own two eyes. What this man is doing for his wife and children. And you have to admit, this is a good man. A very, very good man with a good heart. Harry's mother died for not having official security. That contributed to her death. And the fact that you see Prince Charles' staff, the Queen's personal staff, doing what they are doing right now, putting clearly and intentionally putting Prince Harry and his family, his wife and kids, in a position whereby they feel unsafe. Members of the squad, the fact that Prince Harry's security was stripped at a time whereby he was vulnerable. You know, Prince Harry was in Canada, and then security was taken away. He was losing his security. He found out abruptly that his security detail was leaving. So he had to make, plans of getting security. And he called a couple of friends. Tyler Perry came in to help him out, provide his wife and kids with security, and him with security and a home to stay in. Right before the lockdown, the country went into lockdown because of the coronavirus. He did that. Tyler Perry, a very, very good man, another good person with a very, very good heart. We've seen white supremacists arrested, jailed for hurling threats towards Prince Harry. We've seen the media hurl threats targeted at Prince Harry. And yet those individuals, they walk around. Some have been arrested while media personnel like, Eamon Holmes, that publicly issued a death threat towards Prince Harry and Meghan, is walking around free. Charles' friend and Camilla's friend, Eamon Holmes, remember what he said, at GB propaganda? That's what he said. He hurled death threats towards Prince Harry and Meghan. And yet he continues to walk around free. The police have not caught up to him. Justice has not caught up to him just yet. And I'm still hoping the time comes that once he actually answers for his crimes against, Prince Harry, his comments, those death threats made towards Prince Harry and Meghan. I'm hoping that he answers for that. And seeing that such a person is a good friend to Camilla and Charles, it just showcases the fact that, Prince Harry, what he's doing, he's building the family that he's always wanted. A family that won't betray him. A family who in good times or in bad times will stick by him, day in, day out. As Prince Harry said this, whatever Meghan and I do, we shall do together as one team, because they are a team. Every decision that they make in their lives shall do together as one team. A couple that truly loves one another, that valued their mental health enough to flee a toxic environment. One cannot help but admire the love between Prince Harry and Meghan. One cannot help but admire what Harry is doing to fight for the safety of his wife and kids. I, like many of Prince Harry's fans, those who see the injustice that is currently happening, you don't even have to be a fan to see the injustice of what is currently happening. A man is in court willing to pay for the safety of his wife and children, and is still being denied by the Home Office the right to provide security and protect his wife and children, something that he is willing to personally pay for. Members of the squad, I sincerely hope that the judge finds that the incorrect procedure was followed, members of the squad, and that Prince Harry, Ravik, sits once again and hears out Prince Harry's case, and finally learns that Prince Harry is willing to pay for his own security. I sincerely hope that that will, change things and tip, the ball in Prince Harry's favor. I sincerely hope that that is what will happen, that the judge finds that incorrect procedures were followed. For instance, this person called Edward Young, who clearly had tensions with Prince Harry and never even briefed the Ravik that Prince Harry intended to pay for his own security. The son of the future King of England, the grandson of the current reigning monarch, is left without security. I mean, seriously, someone who served the country for 10 years. 10 years he served this country. He has an Invictus Games that brings pride even to the UK, that supports wounded veterans from all across the world. And still, the country that he was born into, in the UK, can't treat him with slightest dignity because he married a mixed-race black woman, because they can't control their racism towards Prince Harry's family, his wife, his kids, because they can't control it. This is how they treat him. Members of the squad, his own family, I won't even go to, his extended family, Charles, William, the Queen, all of them standing there and saying that Prince Harry should be stripped of his security. William, for instance, whose mother was chased to her death. But you know what? We can't expect much from Prince William, the same person who called his own mother paranoid, a mother chased to her death. And to see what's currently happening to Prince Harry right now, him fighting to protect his wife and children. This man is a really, really good man. And even someone said this, that I respect Prince Harry so much. He's a real man. Totally pains me how they bullied and used him for years to cover up for their, illegal activities. He is fighting for his mom, his wife, his kids, and then himself. Prince Harry truly is a people's king, the king of the people's heart. Do you see that? Prince Harry, a good man with a good heart. And someone said that, I am so happy that everything is on the record now. No matter the outcome, he stood up and spoke out. Good King Harry. And by doing that, Prince Harry has won. And I believe that every single person who isn't even a fan of, the royal family or even Prince Harry or Meghan can see what's happening. It's an injustice. If you're someone with a reasonable mind, you don't have to be a fan to see what's happening is wrong. You don't have to be. The son of the future king of England cannot walk around without security. He can't. That's just inviting or even courting trouble, members of the squad. And I just want to say this. May God bless Prince Harry and Meghan, and I sincerely hope that the judge in this court case rules in Prince Harry's favor. And this was also a podcast made to just appreciate the man that Prince Harry is, the father that he is, and the husband that he is. A real man. And no wonder the Karens are so jealous of Meghan, of what she has. A good man, a good husband with a good heart, a true people's prince with a very, very good heart. Members of the squad, with that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for daily and consistent content, keywords daily and consistent. And stay tuned to our next video. Love your family always and forever. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.